hello. So I'm on a little 2-day painting spree, which is good recently. Started this painting this morning. I'm just going through and trying to finish up the details. But since yesterday, I've made a few changes. One of the big ones here is the eyedropper being up here on the main bar. The reason why is because I was painting on the iPad and I kept like misclicking this, or I was trying to click on this to get the eyedropper and I wasn't hitting it exactly right, and I wasn't getting the eyedropper every single time. So I'm just trying this out for now, because I mean, this way you know for sure you're always getting the eyedropper when you click on this, and then you're not gonna like mistakenly miss it, because the old way you have to like, you know, hit a certain click threshold to get it. And the other benefit hopefully is that it's, you know, easier for beginners. So now the demo is shorter because you only have to do drag size, and then you have drag color, and then drag color jitter. And that's it, the demo's done. So that cuts out 2 steps from the old demo, because before you had to do a few strokes before you get the eyedropper, because that was I mean, I'm over explaining, but I did that just because you don't want to eyedrop an empty canvas, because you're gonna just eyedrop gray, like the canvas color, and that's sort of not fun. So I had it so that you had to do a few strokes first. But now we don't need that requirement anymore, because everyone knows that this is an eyedropper. You don't have to teach it. The less you have to learn, I guess, the better it is for the beginner. So let's see, I'll try painting with this version here. There are a few other small bugs, like some of the pop-up messages were missing the cancel button. So like, for example, delete layer. When you hit delete layer, it would... Oh shoot, why is it not canceling here? It should have a cancel button here. Let me fix that. So see, the problem here is that I only have the option to say okay, which is not what I want. Let me close that and quickly go to the message. Cancel show can. So the property is called show cancel, and when we delete layer, so I need to add the show cancel here. Show cancel equals false, because we, oh wait, equals true. We do want to show the cancel button in this case. And then when we give that data to this pop-up message function, then it knows that we need to show the cancel button. There's more logic in there somewhere, but nobody cares. So let's go back here. There we go. So now when we delete layer, it shows the cancel button. Okay, good. Found another bug or problem. Go back here. Oh, here's yesterday's painting. If you missed that, that was I'm pretty satisfied with how that one came out. Alright, let me go find my Fedex. Okay. Now we can actually paint. I'm almost, man, having these two separate, I almost feel like there should be a way to snap these together. Because I usually move both of these menus around together. I don't know. But I guess it is nice to have the flexibility to set it up how you want. Still getting used to the eyedropper being different now. I keep finding myself clicking the old way, which was to just click the color circle, and sort of getting over my old habits. And if you are watching this and you're used to the old way and you don't like this new one, you can just switch it back with this little 3 dots thing and just turn off eyedropper. And then now it works the old way. Which honestly, I mean, on desktop it works pretty nicely. But I feel like on mobile, something about the calibration of the clicking detection was a little bit different, and it was throwing me off a bit. So I don't know. I'm still figuring this out. Honestly, this way I think feels better with the eyedropper combined. It could be just because I'm used to it, so I do need to give the other way a chance too, but this way does feel pretty good. It's just the problem is that for new people, I think it's maybe too much to dump on them right away. But it'll still be an option at least. Yeah, exactly. Geckonia. I'm trying to look out for you guys, the beginners. 'Cause it is kind of weird that eyedropper placement. So yeah, this will be the default for now, I think, and then yeah, then I guess the power users can switch to the other way eventually. I mean, another option might be to just have both of them. So it would be like, oh man, maybe I should just do that. So you have the eyedropper here and you have the eyedropper there on click. I didn't think of that. Because the problem is usually not that I'm getting the eyedropper by accident. It's more that I'm not getting the eyedropper when I want it. Because I'm not hitting that click exactly on the click. So maybe maybe I can just leave the eyedropper on the click there so that it's discoverable at least. Like, you might accidentally discover that if you're just playing around. And then at that point you would be able to turn off the beginner eyedropper or like the extra eyedropper. Hmm. Palette, yeah, I still need to add in the palette, guys. I'm so slow on that. Actually, yeah, I've been meaning to do that for a long time. You know what will help me get the motivation to do it? Is if you post in the Discord. Actually, because I've been having a lot of fun just going through the Discord feature requests and checking them off one by one, because it feels like I'm actually, accomplishing stuff. So if you go to the Discord and then go into feature requests, just make a request for the color palettes, and I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. There's still so many in here though. So see, we already did the resize canvas because a lot of people wanted that. What else do we want? Menus overlapping, that was done. Paste image, that has a lot of votes, but I don't know how to do that. Gotta look into it. This kind of file input, output, and OS type stuff is more tricky, because sometimes it's out of my control whether or not the engine can support that. Yeah, like this kind of OS type stuff is difficult sometimes. Mobile friendly layer options, we did that yesterday. Scratchy FX, did that yesterday. Did I mark it as completed? Oh, I should mark these as completed. Anyway, I'll do that later. And go back to what I was doing. Where the hell did my heavy paint go? Oh, here. Is there a way to load a reference image in a separate window? Yeah, you can do it on Android and iOS by, I think you hold it on the... And both Android and iOS have split screen mode, which HEAVYPAINT supports. And then you can load your reference in a different app. And yeah, that's the way I do it, at least. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna add that idea that we just figured out of having the eyedropper on the color minimize. So here's the eyedropper logic. So I'm gonna remove this if statement here and just make it Alright, let's see how this works. Alright, so now both of them have the eyedropper. I mean, it can't hurt. I think that's not a bad thing. Okay. This light pole is getting a lot of light from below, which is pretty cool. I'm trying to get it to bounce up in the bottom there. It would be nice to have a way to reorder these icons too on the fly. I'm still not sure what the best order for all of these are. ideally it would be based off of your handedness too, because you probably want the things most frequently used to be closer to your hand side. So, I mean, yeah, the ideal case would just be that you can just customize it and move it around however you feel. But that's a whole nother, not sure how I would do that yet. For these lit up areas, like the signs and the lights, I'm just putting a very, very light saturated version of the color around the border, and then in the middle you just remove that saturation so that it's just white, and then that way it looks really hot and it's like blowing out the camera a little bit. So that's how you get that blown out light effect. And it's the same thing here on the tail lights. It's like a saturated color of the outline, like that. And then inside, we're not making it red, right? Because that just looks wrong. We're going to white, hot white. Or maybe in this case we can make it a tiny bit pink, a little bit red, and that'll make sense. And you can also turn off the noise if you want this to be more intense in the middle. Because the noise makes it a little bit darker. But I don't know, maybe the noise is cool. And then also you got to keep in mind that all that area around the light gets this sort of haze from it. So even though the side of the truck or the van isn't really being hit by the light, it's still a little bit red because of the lens, like the camera effects. So I'll make that side a little bit red. Yeah, I think a lot of, and this happens a lot with sunsets too, or any kind of super bright blown out light. When you take pictures, is you get all this like halo around it. So, and the problem with these halos or these gradients is that they're really tough to detect unless you're really looking for them. So I'm trying to be extra diligent and like really seek them out because they're easy to miss. Those sneaky gradients. Like up here in the corner, it's slowly becoming really, really dark. Almost the same as the sky there.
Right down, right off of your feet. Take you home with me. Put you in my house. Boom, 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 boom. Ow, how, how, how. I love to see you strut up and down this floor. Talking to me, that baby talk. I like it like that.
Yeah, I think I'm really excited about that forum. I'm like unnecessarily excited about it. I get very excited about writing things down lately, guys. I don't know if any of you have this feeling, but I'm like, I've been a little bit slow to the game in life. Like, I only recently started using calendars and writing things down, and it's been a total game changer for me because my memory is just total shit. And I kind of feel like it's a superpower now that I can artificially remember things. um, because yeah, I've always been that bad student who like never knew what the homework was and always had to ask their friends what was going on after class, and like I was just always clueless and lost in school. Um, so I wish I would have done this earlier. Um, and just keeping appointments organized and knowing what's happening in my life in general. So I don't know. I think heavy paint, trying to run heavy paint and develop it has helped me to organize a little bit. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm like finally learning a basic life skill that most people learn when they're little kids. But yeah, it's better late than never, right? I don't know if you guys ever were any of you the were you the people, the students that were asking for what the homework was, or were you the ones who knew what the homework, or that people were asking you what the homework was? Or were you the student who was trying to pay other people to do their homework for them, or bully other people to do homework for them? Or were you the nerd who was doing everybody else's homework for them? Or what was your relationship with homework? I'm curious. Because artists traditionally are supposed to be not great with school, right? Is that how it works? But I know a lot of artists that are like really organized too, so that might be just a stereotype. I was a C student until I went to art school. Nice. Yeah, exactly. um, yeah, I think the problem with art kids is that we're like drawing in our notebooks in the back of math class or whatever class, and so yeah, we're not learning properly, but we are getting our 10,000 miles in with the sketching. Yo, this is the first time I heard of heavy paint. Is it free? No, it's not free. It's $30 on the desktop, but it's worth it if you want to get good at digital painting. Um, I do a horrible job of selling heavy paint, don't I, guys? I can't pitch to save my life, but yeah. On mobile though, if you get it on iPad, iOS, it's $10, and there's also a trial, so you can try it out. The trial is free, of course, but yeah, can Photoshop do this? Can Photoshop do that? Can it do this? Can it do this? Well, I guess it could do that. Could it do this? Can it do that? There we go. That looks like a heavy paint. I should make a smudge fan. Because that's actually one of my favorite smudges, is this type of smudge. So maybe that should be a default tool, smudge fan. You're sold. Well, that was easy. I guess I'm better at selling if I just shut up and demo the tools, because me talking is anyway. Me and talking are not best on great terms right now.
Sun round the corner, hold him Joe. People say my donkey's bad, cause he come from Trinidad. I know my donkey's good, cause he bring me Robin Hood. Me donkey won't water, hold him Joe. Sun round the corner, hold him Joe. Oh donkey. All I work for my daily bread, and people call me Copperhead. All I work for my daily bread, people call me Copperhead. So there we go, darling Bella, you're breaking my backbone. There we go, darling Bella, you're breaking my backbone. There we go, darling Bella, you're breaking my back. Hold him, Joe, hold him, Joe, hold him, Joe, don't you let him go. Hold him, hold him, hold him, Joe, don't you let him go. Me donkey won't water, hold him, Joe, sun round the corner, hold him, Joe, me donkey won't water, hold him, Joe, sun round the corner, hold him, Joe.
Oh, this window goes way lower. What was I thinking? Let's see. I kind of like how squished the nose is here. I mean, it's wrong, but it looks funny, so I might leave it. Let's see, and then there's a little tiny glint of reflection from the car. Okay, I want to get this cool green shiny stuff happening in the window. Windows are usually my favorite part about drawing any kind of car. Windows and wheels, all the shiny stuff. I'm a simple guy, I just like shiny things and painting shiny things. Okay, and then we have this nice, I don't know what color that is. It's like yellowish green, desaturated. Yeah. I'm barely using the color selector anymore. I'm usually just dragging this thing around instead of dragging the sliders. Are you guys, anybody who's been using the new UI, do you drag more or use the sliders more for color? Curious. Because there's one guy, Ludwig, who he just totally removes the color selector. So you can do that if you go into the gear menu and then you say turn off the main controls and then just turn on the main bar. And then in here you can turn on saturation and then you have full color controls here. Oh no! It broke. What? No! Holy shit. That might be bad. Ooh. That might be bad. Oh, actually I should have autosave at some point. Oh no. How much did I lose? Not too much, is it? Let me check autosave. Oh man. $2:16. Oh, that's only 2 minutes ago. Let's see. Why didn't it open that one? Oh, it is that one. What? That's only 2 minutes? Huh. Okay. Whatever. Okay, let me try to get that bug again. So it's down here. Turn off the main controls. Turn on the main bar. Turn on saturation. And now, let me drag. Okay, that's the crash. Invalid operands vector 2 and nil, so it's saying that this is a vector 2. Icon scale is nil. Okay. Why is icon scale nil? So this is just me being lazy and saying if there's no icon scale, then just set an icon scale of 1. But I don't know why this is happening because there should already be a default icon scale here, 0.55, but it's like disappearing for some reason. That's weird. Saturation. Love that I can operate everything with one hand. That's, yep, me too. Because, you know, you get lazy, right? You don't, sometimes you just want to rest your head with one hand, or just, it's for lazy painting. Are these two circles the same size? Or am I'm trying to make sure that they're the same size. They should be the same size. Okay, so main bar. Turn off main controls. Okay, now we have full access to the color spectrum. Left and right is hue, up and down is value, and then this one is our saturation. So, yeah, that should work. I'll try painting like this for a minute. Good thing I tried that, otherwise Ludwig would be pissed off. You can also squish this menu like this. Yeah, I don't know, I did erase the traffic light. Oh, whoa, what the? Whoa, why is the eyedropper so far off? What? You see that? What? What is it? Okay. How did that happen? What? Oh, is it related to this? Let me see. No, it's not related to that. I did not even touch that eyedropper thing. What the heck? I'm so confused. How did I didn't touch that, did I? I didn't change anything there. This is development, guys. Just like, what the hell is going on? Okay, so this is a git diff. If you guys don't know what git is, it's sort of like Dropbox, but for programmers, where you can keep a history. You can upload your files over and over and keep a history between each time you upload. So git reflog gives me like the full history of all the stuff I've been doing. So we added an eyedropper to the main bar, we fixed this, we fixed that, we did this, that. And in between each of these little steps here, each of these is called a commit. Every time you upload, it's a commit, and it will give you you can check the difference between two commits. So you can say git diff, which is a difference of and this will give you the difference between the last commit and what changes you have right now. So I'm just gonna look through this git diff and try to see if there's anything here that looks like it would affect the location of that eyedropper thing. And no. What the hell? How did that change? I mean, we're toggling the eyedropper on and off, but that doesn't change how it looks. What? Okay, I'm extremely confused, but one thing we could do is maybe just, this is the position of this thing, and we could just make it go higher, I guess. So if we add a vector 2, which is just the position of left and width and height. So I don't want to change the left and right. I want to change the height to make it higher by, let's say, like, let's just make it really obvious. So I'll make it plus 100. I actually want negative 100 because the top of the screen is 0. So making it closer to 0 will make it closer to the top of the screen. So I'm going to say minus 100 for the position of this thing. There we go. Now the question is this okay? So the position, the eye dropping itself is working fine. It's just the position of this little doohickey. Let me see. So I'll just do this kind of janky way. Trying to get it pixel perfect. Now this is just a total mystery to me because this is how it was. This is how it's supposed to be, and I really didn't touch this, so what the hell? Anyway, I'll save that. And then, now that we saved it, you can go in here and say git commit and give it a message like fixed eyedropper position offset, I guess. And there we go. Now we go git reflog. That one is up here. We just pushed it. So now GitHub has this up there. Anyway, that's version control for anybody curious. Okay, now the question is, will this keep working on iPad and Android? That was very confusing. Delete this. Usually I like to know what the problem is before I before I try to fix it. So this is one of those rare scary cases where it's like still a mystery even after you fix it. It could come back to bite you in the butt later. What if we make this really small and then turn on hardcore mode? We have a cute little grid. This could be cool as a pop-up, like you hold the button and it pops up in front of your mouse, and then you change the color and then you let go and it's gone. That would be sweet. Oops. Have you seen the new Spider-Verse trailer? Yeah, I have. And it looks good. Look, everybody that worked on that movie are all like the top painters and top people. So it's gonna look awesome, I'm sure. As for the story, probably also will be awesome because it's the same guys, I guess, so should be good. The animator that defined the style for the original Spider-Verse. Yep, he sure is. You're talking about Alberto, right? He's the best. Hey, what happened to our music?
Last brand new whips
Oh.
crash, then we laugh in the illa path. The villa houses for the crew, how we do. Trees for breakfast, dime sexes and bench stretches. So many years of depression make me vision the better living. Type of place to raise kids in, opening eyes to the lies. History's told foul, but I'm as wise as the old owl. Plus the gold child, seeing things like I was controlling. Click rolling, tricking 6 digits on kicks and still holding. Trips to Paris, I civilized every savage. Give me one shot, I turn tripe life to lavish. Political prisoner, set free, stress free. No work release, purple M3s and jet skis. Feel the wind breeze in West Indies. I think Coretta Scott King, mayor of the cities, and reverse veins to Willies. It sound foul, but every girl I meet to go downtown. I'd open every cell in Attica, send them to Africa. Imagine that.
I free all my sons. Black diamonds and pearls.
Could it be, if you could be mine, we both shine.
If I rule the world,
Still living for today,
and then we'll walk right up to the sun, hand in hand. We'll walk right up to the sun. We won't land. We'll walk right up to the sun, hand in hand. We'll walk right up to the sun. We won't land.
You love to hear the story, how the thugs live and worry. Duck down in car seats, heat's mandatory. Running from Jake, getting chased, hunger for papes. These are the breaks, many mistakes go down out of state. Wait, I had to let it marinate. We carry weight, trying to get laced. Flip the A stack to save. Millionaire plan to keep the gap with the cocked hammer. Making moves in Atlanta, back and forth scrambler. Cause you can have all the chips, be poor or rich, still nobody want a nigga have a shit. If I ruled the world and everything in it, sky's the limit. I push the 245 infinite. It wouldn't be no such thing as jealousies or beef felony. Strictly living longevity to the destiny I thought I'd never see, but reality struck. Better find out before your time's out. What the fuck?
If I rule the world,
Imagine that.
I free all my sons. Black diamonds and pearls.
Could it be, if you could be mine, we both shine.
If I rule the world,
Still living for today, in these last days and times.
if I rule the world,
Imagine that.
I free all my sons. If I rule, black diamonds and pearls.
Could it be, if you could be mine, we both shine.
If I rule the world,
Still living for today, in these last days and times.
if I rule the world, I free all my sons. Black diamonds and pearls. If I rule the world, if I rule the world.
Oh, that's way darker. Way darker. Same with the red.
No, I have to go. There's nothing more to say. 'Cause you're better off alone. It's gotta be this way. You know I've got to go. There's nothing more to say. Surely you will know in the light of day.
Favorite painting software? I'm a big fan of Infinite Painter, Krita, My Paint. Actually, I would rate My Paint as S tier, and Alchemy also was a big inspiration for Heavy Paint. Alchemy is not very refined, but it was really creative and it had really wild tools. So I feel like Alchemy and Heavy Paint are like cousins. They have the same spirit. And then what else? Actually, Microsoft Paint. Microsoft Paint I used to love because there's no anti-aliasing in there, and that makes all the filling operations really clean, and just everything is really clean in MS Paint. Yeah, and then of course, Photoshop and Procreate are both great, but for me, I think My Paint, MS Paint, and Alchemy are the three ones that I really, really loved. Yeah, that kind of noisy MS Paint spray was actually a big inspiration here too. Like our spray here, let's see, airbrush is kind of noisy, grainy spray as well, which is my favorite kind. I don't know why I never use this tool. Should use it more often. What does it mean when it's pink instead of green? That only happens on the polygon tool. And that's when the stroke is active, it's pink. And then when it's inactive, you just click on it again to make it inactive. So pink just means that you're inside of active stroke with polygon, basically. You ever look into what goes into the oil paint simulations in apps like Art Range? Yeah, actually I was watching a video the other day about that, like super fast liquid simulations. It looks pretty tricky, but the guy made a simulation. It's like a grid-based liquids and gases simulation. I have to look into it more. It sort of went over my head in the video, but that would be really cool. I will say though, I'm not as much of a fan of like the fake well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not as much of a fan of normal maps on brushes. I think it just something about it looks a little weird, having like fake bump height maps textures on brushes. I do like simulation, but I don't like the normal map effects. Like to me, I'd rather even have a baked in like fake lighting versus the 2D lighting with a normal map. I think looks a little bit strange. And I did this van totally wrong, didn't I? It's much brighter. Damn it. You know what? Rather than trying to repaint the entire van, I think I'm just gonna try to make this part a little bit darker. And then correct it later, maybe. Okay, that feels better, I guess.
Good God Almighty, like back in the old days. You know, years ago they had A&R men to tell you what to play, how to play it, you know, whether it's disco or rock. But we did it. We had champagne, you know, compliments of the company, and we just laid back and did it. So we hope you enjoy listening to this album half as much as we enjoy playing it for you, because we had a ball. Only real music's gonna last. All that other bullshit is here today and gone tomorrow.
After hours of Il Molino, a Soto just talking women and vino. The contract like 91 Dan Marino. I swear this guy Michael Rapino's boosting my ego. Overly focused is far from the time to rest now. Debates growing about who they think is the best now. Took a while, got the jokers out of the deck now. I'm holding all the cards and niggas wanna play chess now. I hear you talking, say it twice so I know you meant it. Fuck it, I don't even tend it, they should know who's in it. I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you niggas at all. My classmates, they went on to be chartered accountants or work with their parents. But thinking back on how they treated me, my high school reunion might be worth an appearance. Make everybody have to go through security clearance. Tables turn, bridges burn, you live and learn. With the ink, I could murder, word to my nigga Irv. Yeah, I swear shit just started clicking, dog. You know it's real when you are who you think you are.
Everything around me. I had Benzes for you had braces. The all black Maybach, but I'm not a racist. Inside's white in the Katy Perry's faces. Yellow diamonds in my Jesus. I just might learn to speak Mandarin. Japanese for the yen that I'm handling. International hoe, that's my handle. My Saint Chong on, light a candle. El Gran Santo on the mantle. Case y'all didn't know, I speak Spanish too. Shout out the Worldwide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess. Yes, still rock life familiar. Says a lot about you if you're not feeling us. The homie said, Hov, it ain't many of us. I told him less hands than the lotto did. Dame made millions, Biggs made millions, Ye made millions, Just made millions, Lior made millions, Cam made millions. Beans will tell you if he wasn't in his feelings. I'm back in my bag. My eyes bloodshot, but my jet don't lag. A pair of Jordan 3s trying to chase this cash. Gucci airbag just in case we crash. Last night was mad trill. I'm fresh out of Advil, Jesus rather will.
Yeah, look, fuck all that happy to be here shit that y'all want me on. I'm the big homie, they still be trying low bro me, dog. Like I should fall in line. Like I should alert niggas when I'm about to drop something crazy and not say I'm the greatest of my generation. Like I should be dressing different. Like I should be less aggressive and pessimistic. Like I should be way more nervous and less dismissive. Like I should be on my best behavior and not talk my shit and do it major like the niggas who paid the way for us. Like I didn't study the game to the letter and understand that I'm not doing it the same and I'm doing it better. Like I didn't make that clearer this year. Like I should feel, I don't know, guilty for saying that. They should put a couple more mirrors in here so I can stare at myself. These are usually just some thoughts that I would share with myself, but I thought fuck it, it's worth it to share them with someone else other than Paris for once. I text her from time to time, she a mom now. I guess sometimes life forces us to calm down. I told her that she could live with me if she needs to. I got a compound, but I think she's straight. She supported since Hoppies right before Wayne came and got me out of the back room where I was rapping with jazz over beats that I shouldn't have in the hopes for the glory. He walked right past in the hallway 3 months later. I'm his artist, he probably wouldn't remember that story. But that should stick with me, always couldn't believe when he called me. You never know it could happen to you. And I just spent 4 Ferraris all on a brand new Bugatti and did that shit cause it's something to do. Yeah, I guess that's just who I became, dog. Nothing was the same, dog.
Okay. Alright, I probably have a lot more work to do on this one. It might be a multi-dayer. So I'm gonna call it for now. But anyway, thank you for joining in again. Who knows? Maybe I'll be back tomorrow? I don't know. I'm probably gonna be streaming more lately. At least definitely for next month for the Heavy Jan challenge. I'm gonna try to stream and actually complete it. So anyway, okay, have a good Friday, have a good weekend. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.